when you hear a president from a country like Ghana, which is supposed to be a beacon of hope for our longevity in democracy and for rule of law, especially within West African region, make a statement that our youth are beginning to believe in military rule, that should make you pause and be weary. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of Ghana, while saying this, mentioned that the youth of this country seem tired.
What if one platform could connect Africa's brightest ideas with the global African diaspora? Welcome to AfricaFundr.com, the crowdfunding platform where African changemakers and diaspora supporters unite. Start a project, donate to causes that matter, earn as an affiliate, support as a consultant. From London to Kigali, the diaspora is coming home through AfricaFundr.com. Visit AfricaFundr.com today. Let's fund Africa's future together.
He recognized that they wouldn't mind to have a military takeover because they are tired of misgovernance, in his own words. They are tired of corruption, in his own words, and for waiting for promises that are never kept. Every other survey conducted in the country concerning this issue appears to be in support of what the president said, ladies and gentlemen. For instance, a survey conducted by the Center for Democratic Development in Ghana last year revealed that 51% of the participants who are regular Ghanaians believe the Ghana Armed Forces should take over governance. And I'm not sure the president isn't aware of this sudden desire of the youth, even though the political situation of this country has been the same for the last 33 years. Ghanaians are showing interest in military takeover because we see what's happening in Burkina Faso, Mr. President. We see how fast one soldier with a small team of military men are moving the needle when it comes to development. Day in and out, we see on our roads the number of trucks that comes through our ports carrying tractors and construction equipment to Burkina Faso. We see how the state has taken the responsibility of leading in all the key sectors in Burkina Faso. I have spent so much time on this platform sharing with the president and the people of Ghana the alarming rate of competition coming to our country and how our indigenous companies will very soon stand no chance at survival. I have made several videos of the need for state participation to control certain aspects of the economy for the size of competition coming, and yet nobody, including the president, is listening. And here he is talking about the youth believing in military rule. Mr. President, whose fault is it? You have allowed Chinese and Indians and Lebanese to dominate everything we have in this country. The state has no malls, no farms, no mining companies, and no construction company. You politicians have sold out our country to foreigners. You have empowered them with the kind of arrogance they carry around in our country. You have opened the doors to the very top of power to them, and you turn around and question why the youth want a military takeover. You, Mr. President, you have such a unique opportunity to correct all the wrongs of past governments, and it's almost 10 months into your governance, and people are already beginning to have doubts. And I'll give you real reasons why people have those doubts. You started off by moving the US dollar to 10 Ghana cedis, and we thought something special was about to be realized under your leadership. And here we are back to 15 Ghana cedis to 1 US dollar on the streets again. When you go to the banks call the street vendors to you. Are you sure you want to solve the problems that people have, or you just wanted to prove to your political opponent that you can bounce back from a defeat, Mr. President? Get to the street and hear for yourself the conversation going on. The Igbo king issue, for instance, came up and you went into hibernation. And when you finally decided to speak, you spoke to rather give them confidence as to why they are not going anywhere because of ECOWAS and because your stepmother or because someone in your family who helped you as a child is a Nigerian. Mr. President, you sometimes make Ghanaians feel you care more about Nigerians than the people who actually gave you the mandate. Meanwhile, your counterpart, President Tinubu of Nigeria, will never mention issue of Ghanaians in Nigeria, no matter how bad it may be. People question your loyalty to Ghana all the time, Mr. President. But like I said, you have such a unique opportunity to do special things for this country, in the sense that you've held positions at every level of governance and been a president before. And on top of that, Mr. President, your party has an overwhelming majority over the opposition in parliament. So the question should rather be asked you, Mr. President, with all these achievements and positions you've held in the past and your party's situation in parliament right now, if you are unable to lead Ghana to where we want to be, who could? With all the experiences you've had in and out of power, what stops you from correcting the things that people find wrong in this country? What else should Ghana do for you to make you fix the bad roads and fix the broken hospitals and get the dollar down like you did and maintain it there, Mr. President? What again should be provided you, Mr. President? Does Burkina Faso have the kind of resources Ghana has, Mr. President? Do they receive the kind of revenue we get from our ports and tourism and taxes from our local businesses? But the good captain is always seen busy with state work. He is feeding Ghana with onions and tomatoes and other cereals from a semi-desert environment. What are you waiting for, Mr. President? Your NDC party and MPP party have failed this country consistently for 33 years and counting. Why wouldn't the youth be asking for something different at this time? For the entire life of most youth in Ghana, all they've known is only two political parties, and nothing special can be said about both. When will you consider some of the ideas we suggest to you? Get into state enterprises, because no private business can stand against the Chinese government-funded businesses flooding countries in the world, and protect what we have, Mr. President. Even America is losing to Chinese businesses. How much more Ghana? But with the state enterprises, you will enact laws to determine what can be allowed in and what cannot, so that the state businesses can survive. It is true that foreign businesses may be providing jobs for our people, but look at all that profit taken out of our country every time. How can our local currency survive under these circumstances, Mr. President? All our strategic lands are being sold to foreigners, including lands very close to our national airport. What is this? 1 minute, you have put a ban on state lands. The next minute, it has been removed. What is this, Mr. President? State lands can never be sold for any reason until government has use for it. But because you and previous government has no plans for them as a state, that's why you allow for them to be sold. If we had a Ghana construction company, there would be so much we could use those lands for. In fact, if we had a state construction company, we wouldn't need any foreign company to construct any roads in Ghana. But you guys are all running away from this. And it's because you don't trust the people in your cabinets and within your party to run a successful state business. You know they will steal the money and waste the rest of the resources. This is where our problems reside. And you won't also allow for non-party people to contribute. So you rather open the floodgate for all manner of investors and businesses to come in and eventually take everything away. How can any of these local businesses survive when our interest rates are 10 times higher than theirs coming from foreign countries? Our neighbor Nigeria retailers are doing better here, not because they are smarter than our local people, but because their port charges are lower and interest rates are way better than ours. Hence, their prices will be lower compared to the Ghanaian shop owners, Mr. President. This is common sense. I know your people watch my videos and sometimes shows it to you. I know that for sure. But as to when you will consider these ideas I've put forward, I only live to see. But we have to say this. We see what Traore is doing and we love it. We appreciate his effort for his country and for the way he has chosen to go about it. This is why young people seem interested in military takeover, if you care to know. I hope this one finds you. And thanks to all those who watch and support this channel. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done that already. I'll come your way again with another one. God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. I'm Cyrus and this is Tuntum Network. I'll be back again very soon. It's bye-bye for now.